Alright, so, today's video, we're watching a Silver 1 Ramatra and Diva. Sub to the YouTube if you haven't. I had to do that. I gotta get the sub part in there, so that way you sub to the YouTube channel, right? Or like the video, or leave a comment, all that stuff. I honestly, I just want to watch this one, because I want to see what it's like when... how Ramatra and Diva are being played in Silver, especially with, the new season. How tanks are playing. Believe it or not, Diva's become a meta hero on King's Row, which is kind of cool because you obviously default go to the Reinhardt, the Ramatra comps, the Sigma comps, the Zarya comps, so it's been cool to see Diva play a little bit more. So we'll see what happens. Also, this player used to be in Gold, new rank system, they're in Silver, and apparently they have a tough defense. So what happens when you have a tough defense in King's Row? I don't know, we'll find out. Here we go! What are they running here? They got a Winston comp? What do you have? You have Mercy Zen. By the way, remember that when you have a Mercy Zen comp, your healing is going to be a little bit different than what you're used to, so cover becomes even more important. Playing at the statue like you are is actually a really good default strategy. It's something that I have to do a lot of now, so. Yeah. Chat is on screen. Thank you for letting me know. You're standing still, shoot the Torp turret. Not bad. Good job trying to go for backline trade. So far, I'm okay with what you're doing. That Mercy should not get out. That is unbelievable. I have to pause already. Listen, just to kind of point something out here. Obviously, people can get you can get a little tilted in Overwatch. But imagine just being the tank right there. And that is your point of view of a Mercy who goes through all the way hotel, runs in front of your team, gets discorded, reses, and then survives. Happens all the time, and it's amazing seeing it from that point of view, because I think we've all been there, right? Has that happened to you? It happens to me all the time. Because a lot of Mercies in, top 500 have such good movement that, I'll go try to get them, and they just slingshot across the map. Then I'm like, wait, they used their cooldown. I'm gonna get the Mercy. I go for the Mercy, slingshot back, and I'm like, come on! Good job peeling for the Winston there. Two options, you can trade the backline or not do that. You said you're that Mercy? Heck yeah. So far, you've been playing okay. I've been okay with how you're doing this. I haven't really had to use the epic pen yet. Which is basically, I can just draw on the screen. I don't peel for the Winston here. Okay, this is a much better idea by you. I just, at this point, because they're overcommitting to you, it's okay to play a little bit defensive with your block, too. Sometimes as a Ramatra. Nice, good play. So, just to point something out here, I'm going to pause very quickly. When you're playing tank, and this is kind of how new tank is being played even more so, if you're in a situation where Winston dives your backline, and then you use your ultimate, unless there's a team effort and a communication that we're just going for Winston, trade their backline, because at the very least... at the very worst, you'll trade tanks. They'll get you, but their team has to fall back because Ramatra is so good, and then the Winston's going to get targeted down and won't have the support from their teammates. You see what I'm saying? Obviously, there's going to be ways where, you both, your team gets rolled by the Winston ult, but I think in your comp, Winston won't get that much value with the Discord Orb. Discord Orb is just too strong. Although, a really good Winston player would immediately ult the moment after the Discord Orb's off them, so there's, what, a 7-second window? Here we go. They went Mauga on you. You want a little bit of a hot take? If you can't get your teammates to commit to, time and cooldowns against Mauga, Mauga can pop off. I've actually seen a few Maugas in top 500 make plays. So far, you're been a good hold by your team, though. Why am I on a treadmill? It's just something I started to do sometimes when I record. Kind of doing, I've been working out for a few months now, so I'm just trying to get to my goals and do what I want to do, and so good job going for the Mercy. You got this! Yeah, let's go! Finally! The raid boss has been defeated! The raid boss has been defeated! It finally happened, and then you got rolled. You want to hold the choke here. I'm going to show you something on King's Row, because I feel like a lot of the time, players get stuck here. But if you ever watch, top 500 games, if you have 5, even 4... Now, the counter argument here is you have Mercy Zen, so you can't play as close, but you have a Reaper, right? So you're trying to find... It's hard to find... It's funny because you look at your comp and you look at the synergy. You have a Mercy Zen Reaper Widow. You have 2 heroes that don't want to play up close, and you have 2 heroes who do want to play up close, and 1 hero who can benefit from either or, right? Look at their team. They want to get through the choke to get space for heroes that won't benefit as much, right? So you want to play here. Okay, so I'll erase this for a second. See this archway right here? This area? This is where you want to play. Right there. Not where the Torb is, but on this side. Why? Because they have to either go behind you this way, see? Or they have to go through the window. Problem is, the window, they can get rolled. This way, for some reason, no one ever goes, and sometimes it doesn't even work. But it buys you time. And what are they going to have to do? They're going to have to ult you. So anytime you get the other team to use ultimates, even if you lose the team fight there, look at your ultimates. What's beneficial to your team? That team using ults. So in order for them to get to the choke, they're probably going to have to ult. That's what you want to do. See what I'm saying? That's why you want to hold a little bit closer. Now, I don't know if you're going to do that, but I'm showcasing you why you want to go there. And it's on you. It's on you at that point to decide what you want to do as a team. So we'll find out how it goes now, all right? I'm able to talk and keep walking? I don't know. I guess I'm working out for a little bit. I mean, my top 10 game last night, I had the treadmill on, so if you missed it last night, I got into a rank game, and like I didn't have time to unplug the treadmill, so I played a whole rank game and got back to rank 9 while on the treadmill. It was great. So if you let them get to that choke, your team will be at a slight disadvantage in a little bit. Because, like, the Ashe wants that range, right? The Reaper backs away, and now look at this. You've had to give up that space, and now you're going to be down at ultimate. So your Mercy's going to be Valken soon. Because that's how it goes. You're going to try to go back into where... You see what's happened to you now? Because you kind of gave up that timing to play close, now they're steamrolling you. And yeah, you got ultimates out, but where do you want to get ultimates out at? At that choke or at this choke? If you're going to get ultimates out, you need to back out to the next choke, which I'll show you in a second. And that's kind of like the ABCs of King's Row and how you play second is like, you either hold the first choke, you kind of, what's the way to explain this? You kind of sit there at like the choke they just got you at, but you back up, and then you play right. You see where the Mei is? Here, might as well take advantage of using the Epic Pen here. You see where the Mei is? You play this area. But if you end up losing right here, right? If you end up losing right here, like right where you just did, then your retake becomes a lot harder, and that's how you lose that. So that's why it doesn't matter if you're in bronze all the way to top 500. If you can get them to use ultimates earlier and at earlier parts of the map, it will go a lot better. You stood there in the middle, gave value to the Ashe right side, engaged them at the corner, and now more than likely it's going to be a really hard retake for your team. And that's kind of like the stuff that I'm trying to showcase a little bit more now that I can kind of like draw it on the board. Is like that's the problem, right? Here we go.
Speak to you in the language you understand.
I do want to say, it's not going to show the in-game chat, but I'm pretty sure the cart typed to you, thank you so much for that cover, because I want to know what that shield was supposed to be. The cart just typed to you and said thank you. I didn't want to have any more dents from the damage that they were doing. Thank you for shielding the cart for me. So when you use your shield, use it more in front of you. Think of like either to block a type of LOS or just to protect your team for a second. Either or works. All right, here we go. So now you don't have a shield, you run in, you get rolled. You know what I'm saying? Remember, you've been snowballed. And by the way, these type of situations, I want to point this out. These type of situations are how you get to this point. Where you, that one, that's a better shield, by the way. That's a good shield. Where you didn't take that early team fight, you lose all the way through second. Now you're in like, I have to ult at an advantage, like at a spot you don't want to. Now you're doing a defensive Ramattra ultimate because you have to. And the other team is able to get the ult out, and you're going back to spawn. By the way, at a certain point, I want to point this out as Ramattra, because one of the first issues I had with Ramattra was feeling like I needed to get value with an ultimate. Sometimes, a team disengaging is the value. Right? Sometimes the team disengaging is already enough value for you, and you going at them is how you lose a team fight. An example, and we were just taught this recently with our team. For like the for the fun team we've been doing with scrims. You want to go in with your ultimate, but if they disengage and you're not going to be able to get that value, why try to go and create value that won't even exist there? You're going to fall over. Now you've given them value. I like D.Va here. D.Va's actually being played a lot in some places, some matches. Okay, I'll see where this goes. Ashe is a good target. Good job. DM mode now. You have to go into defensive mode. Your Reaper's the tank. Your Reaper's the tank. Yep, nope. Something I've been really trying to kind of like get people to understand with D.Va sometimes is that like at a certain point you need to understand that your teammate becomes a tank and then you go from there. I don't mind taking the high ground here. Please shoot that Venom Mine. Chad, is it mad that I just see this Venom Mine and now I'm not getting mad. I'm just like, can you just shoot that Venom Mine? Like, why not? It's right there. Look at that. I don't know if that will get any value, but I just shoot that, please. I just get rid of it. All right? If anybody's wondering what I'm talking about, in case you're not seeing this, here, I'll show you. See? See that Venom Mine? Just shoot the Venom Mine. It's not like, that's not gonna win you the game. That's not make or break. I just want you to shoot it. I just for some reason, I just need you to shoot that Venom Mine, okay? Here we go. You said the arrow quality? You have to remember that I write with my left hand, so anything that looks scuffed is because I have to use my mouse in my right hand. Okay, I'm gonna be real with you. Even if I drew that on my left hand, it would sorry look terrible because I don't think I have the best handwriting. Taking high ground as D.Va against this comp is what you want to do. You don't want to play, I talked about it earlier, you don't want to play D.Va like Sigma, you're playing D.Va like D.Va. High ground control is good. You're making them focus on you. This is a good play. I do want you to take top right soon, though, because look at what you're doing. You're giving a sight line to the Widow. Not even this top right, right? You ready? Ready for this? Get that Widow out of there. If you're not worried about your team right now, why are you worried about sitting right here? Go get the health pack. I'm going to show people health pack awareness. Down here. And go for that Widow. At the very worst, you get this Widow and Mercy distracted on you, or they go here. But that takes away the LOS and your teammates who are right here. Okay? Don't just sit in that high ground because you're not doing anything. Like, excuse me. You're doing something, but like you're not... You're already kind of not with your team to begin with. So why are you so worried about that, like, choked... That Widow... Okay. You see what I'm saying? Like, already now, if I'm on D.Va, I'm already on that Widow. Because, like, you're just giving them value by sitting there doing nothing. Right? Oh, I just hit 0.69 miles. Nice. See, now you're going for the Widow, but it's already been 2 minutes, right? And they're in a better spot to be peeled for. There you go. Now go up there. There you go. Now this is what you should have been doing a while ago. Oh, Okay, so let's talk about this for a second. This is understanding what you're playing against. They have a Brig, they have a Sigma, and you just drop down and ult in front of both of them. Your teammates aren't there because they're getting rolled at the choke, and you try to ult that. Do you see why the route of going the way that I explained it would be like a 10 times better option than what you just did? You're taking too much poke damage. They see you, obviously. There's so many things that you can get better at with that, and that was your choice. So next time, if you're in this situation, which there will be maps where Widow's like this, and you go D.Va, make that play I showed you, and you'll be in a much better spot than what you just did right there. And yeah, that D.Va ult was certainly something. Keep in mind, I have... My D.Va ults are either great, or sometimes I use them to remech, or sometimes they just miss. So I'm not expecting perfect D.Va ults. It's more about expecting the situation around you and why you're using the ult. All right, D.Va's flying high ground. You're doing it again. You're doing it again. No, 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 no. Okay, you're gonna get the Widow. I'll let that one go because you're getting the Widow. But take top right. Don't fly onto the ground as their team. There you go. That's good. This is good. Mercy's gonna go for a res. You know that. Nice job. Get the Brig next. Brig's your target, and then Widow after that. You know where Widow is. Go for Widow. Widow's half. Even if you get DMEC, it's okay. Just wait now. Nice. In that situation, by the way, don't be afraid to go and melee the Sigma. I think sometimes people can really concentrate on not giving Sigma that overshield, but you can melee Sigma through that. That's a Reaper ult. Don't you love Reaper ults like that, where like, you're like, okay, we're gonna have Reaper ult. I'm ready to DM this, and the Reaper goes, hi, here's my ult. How often do you find Reaper in your rank games? Yes, there's an under the desk treadmill. Yes. Be careful here in a second. Oh, your May's there. You can go now. You can go now. Remember, your May is there. Help your May. If you're by yourself, you back out there. If you're not, okay, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. Fly past that. Nice. Good job. Good job. You said in gold, people will switch to Reaper all the time. I mean, Reaper is one of the most common, what you would call a tank buster. So a lot of people request or feel comfortable going Reaper. This is a good area to ult. Count bubbles now. Count bubbles. That's one bubble. Okay, now they're going to have two bubbles again. So remember that. Go for the May. Good job. Hey, by the way, I just want to... There's another bubble. All right, we're going to do a little bit of a PSA here on when there's a Zarya in your game. Okay? Are you ready for this? People focus so hard on not shooting the bubbles, which is fine. But people focus so hard on telling you not to shoot the bubbles, but don't tell you when the bubbles are used, that even if a Zarya is fully charged, if you know the Zarya has no bubbles, they can fall over. But people concentrate so hard on saying not to shoot the bubbles rather than calling out how many bubbles are used. And when you do that, that helps everybody. You get what I'm saying? So if I'm playing tank and you tell me, oh, Zarya used both bubbles, I now know that Zarya is susceptible to getting rolled, right? So like, try to make it a habit of calling, if you can. Obviously, you know, you don't have to. But if you're capable of doing it, or you want to do it, let your teammates know that the bubbles are used, right? And it's okay if you don't. I'm just saying, like, if you want to, doing that will help everybody on your team know bubble timings. That's when you roll Zarya. That's also why you don't see Zarya played as much in, like, matches or top 500s, because players recognize the bubble, call it immediately, and just roll them. I like the idea. I didn't say it was going to be a good ult. I just like the idea. Next time, wait on cooldown timings. Back to what we said. That's an important time to call bubbles. One bubble use. One bubble use. Two bubbles used. One more bubble left now because of the cooldown timer. Ready? After that next bubble, you go in. There you go. Zarya's dead. Zarya's not dead. Okay. Sometimes there's this tendency that we've talked about would dive in the back line. In my opinion, kill the person who's in the ult and DM them from heals, or wait for them to heal. I think you can't DM heals. They're on Mercy Brig, so scratch that idea. Just kill the Zarya in there. Because either way, the Zarya is going to have to bubble to get out of there. Zarya won't have any bubbles at that point, so you can roll the Zarya. What do you play versus Orisa? I mean, it's always funny because whenever I go against Orisa, people are like, oh, just go this here, go this here. It's just cooldowns with Orisa. A lot of heroes can shred Orisa if you call cooldowns. Are you noticing a trend with what I'm saying here? When it comes to cooldowns, if you communicate cooldowns, a lot of tanks become a lot easier to get. It's just a lot of players don't want to, like, mention the cooldowns they're seeing. And so that results in, like if I use Nemesis form and you see me use Nemesis form in front of you, but then you don't, like, the rest of your team doesn't know, I'll probably get more value on Ramattra if you go, no Nemesis form. Ramattra can't use their, like, now I get rolled, right? Because I can't block, I can't do anything. Just DM as much as you can here. Yep, that's the right play there. Soldier, nice. Bastion, ult in the air, and that ult will be fine. They're kind of stuck in the back hall. This is a. Ah! Sorry, use the bubble. Yeah, I mean, I know that there was like the 3 on card thing, but let's be honest. You watch me play a lot of, like, in my top 500 games, who's the one on the cart? Who's the one on the cart? Me. If I'm on tank, who's on the cart? I'm on the cart. If I'm on DPS, who's on the cart? I'm on the cart. If I'm on support, who's on the cart? I'm on the cart. Why is it every role I'm on, I'm the one on the cart? Even if I go play aggressive, no one's on the cart. If I get aggressive as Lucio, they tell me to go to the cart. If I play aggressive on tank, go on the cart. If I'm on DPS and I get 8 of them, go on the cart. Every time! I'm always on the cart! And then I wonder how I have like 1,200 hours of objective time in Overwatch. I'm not kidding you. Actually, can I see while we're in the thing here? 1,226 hours of objective time. No one pushes the cart!
No.
What rank is this? Silver.
Hello there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We had it happen in the matches yesterday too, remember? I was like, listen, I know we want me to play aggressive, but we're getting off the cart and we're losing the choke value. Like, that means like getting through the chokes. No one's pushing carts, so we just lose all the value we get by playing aggressive. Different comp now. Your style you did last time won't work as well. Mauga. Nice. Torb. Nice. Okay. We're going to pause here because this is something that, if you've been watching some of our matches or our scrims, etc., when you get multiple picks, there's this option where players are like, okay, we got picks, let's run in! Let's run in, let's go! You get 2 picks, it's okay just to slightly regroup. You're probably not going to lose that team fight, especially early game. So stop getting 2 picks and then flying in with half your HP to get demeched. And I'm not saying it's make or break in a team fight, but it's a good habit to develop and have. So that way, as a team, you're always up in numbers. Players have this tendency when they get like 1 or 2 limbs to run in and give up all of the progress they just made to try to get those limbs that they don't need to get right away. You're still going to get those limbs. We went 2-1 last night. This is silver. Silver 1, I think. Good first point, though. I know you got your mech back, but it's just talking about some things that you could improve on there. Okay, remember what we talked about with the choke here? Briggs your target right now. I want to get you in the habit of something. Okay? Actually, I'm going to go back like 2 seconds. Okay. Within reason here. If you're Pharah, right here, see? Is Alton, and you're playing Diva, Pharah is now your tank. And you, as Diva, are going to DM the Pharah. Sometimes in chat, people are like, why are you DMing the Pharah? That wasn't their ultimate. What are you doing? I'm DMing them because they're now the tank. I am supporting them in their ultimate. I know they don't get rolled here, but get in the habit of making that a reaction. You didn't even budge when they Pharah ulted. You see that? So, remember that. DM means defense matrix. You said, well, they didn't call they were ulting? I'm gonna be real with you. I think 9 out of 10 times I have a Pharah on my team. They don't call their ult in. I just hear the voice line and then I go up to help them. Straight up. That's how I do it, at least. It's fine for now. Don't take too much poke. Unless you need it for your supports, but your supports aren't even close to ults, so. Be careful here for a second. Just play defensive. Don't even try to fly yet, because they can stun you out of it. You're gonna get off the cart if you do this. You're on cart duty. You're Diva. You're on cart duty. You're on cart duty. Torb's behind you. Worry about Torb. Torb. Worry about the Torb. I know I see what you're trying to do, but like there's a certain point where you need to keep your team alive. Briggs your target. Unless Moira fades. No, I'll be live on TikTok and YouTube soon. Oh, I mean, that can definitely make sense to what you're saying, too, on that one on trees. It's more along the lines of, like the Diva didn't even budge to the Pharah ult. You know what I'm saying? If they had, like, say they had reacted to, like, the Pharah ult late, that's fine. Like that's gonna happen even in top 500. I'm gonna do that, so you're going up the card. You don't need to get that a limb. You have Diva out and you're on cart duty. Now I have to play the song. Could have easily touched the point. That's why I was saying, just be on tank duty. I mean, be on card duty at that point. That one is like, it's just, you have no reason to push up there. At the very worst, if they demech you, you just ult and you keep your mech. Like, there's just no, stay on the cart. We've all done that, by the way. I've done that. Someone in bronze will do that. Someone in a Masters game, Diamond, etc. will do that. It happens. You try to minimize how much you do that. All right, let's see how your defense goes. Hopefully hoping for a good defense. OWC has to get drops whenever they have their actual official streams. I don't think there's any this weekend. Maybe there is. It depends. Some regions have it, but like not like for NA, that is. Or EU. All right, here we go. I'm ready. Yeah, just go get that Mauga. DM the Mauga so they don't get the charge. Yeah, you're good. That's just... Yeah, if you're playing Mauga, don't do that. Mara, thanks for the 34 months of tier 1. Thank you, appreciate it. Everything's been well.
100 months, Emongg, miss you, streamer and chat.
Alright, here we go. I'm ready. And Arrow, thanks for the 14 months there, tier 1. Thanks, appreciate it. I don't mind playing close here initially. Just be ready to back out if you need to.
Good morning, everyone.
Oh, that Mauga really just wants to run in. You know what I feel like we could put right next to that like Mauga? Is, oh, so I just started blasting. You ever seen that meme? That's what that reminds me of with the Mauga. They're like, all right, we're going in! Like, no rhyme or reason to it either. They just start blasting. Isn't that great? A little bit too close. If you want to ult up now, this is your timing. Ult up into the air around statue, left side. You're going to get a limbs. You don't have to. I'm just... actually... Okay, this works. You're going to get a bunch of limbs. Nice EMP. Good ult. Good job. And let's say a dub. Nice job. There you go. So honestly, it didn't end up being like a bad game for you, right? Yeah, I'll give you the most amazing pause here for you, okay? There you go. So... It didn't end up being like the most like way to explain it for you is this, is you need to recognize timings and understand and like where you want to hold on a map. Your biggest issue is like when you play Diva or even Ramatra, you play really far back at times and you don't really realize what you want to do for your team. Like not holding the choke as Ramatra. Not going for the Widow as Diva when you're playing high ground, shoot them for 4 damage. You don't have the DPS passive. You ain't doing anything to them except just tickling them. Understand how to like go for those timings. I think you'll be in a much better spot. Also, stay on the cart. Stay on the cart. All that will be helpful. Well, yeah, you didn't play too bad though. Like I feel like mechanically you had some good moments. I think it's more about the awareness of what's happening during a team fight that's going to be your biggest issue too. Like your Farah ulted, not DMing that. Getting off the cart. Not going for like the Widow in the back line. Wait until they're all on the floor and can protect them. Diva ult and a Brig and a Sigma. A lot of it's just like that situational awareness. I think if you start to increase that by even 20%, you'll start to climb more and you go from there. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to all 3 YouTubes. We have everyday uploads, a lot of awesome videos on there. Leave a comment. Comments help. Let us know heroes you want to see, maps you want to see, etc. If you want to submit your own spectate and look in the description below, you will see my Discord. If you join that, you can submit there amongst other stuff. We also record these live on stream. Look below the webcam. You see the Twitch chat. We have a lot of fun here. Stop by if you haven't. With that being said, hope you have an amazing day/night.